Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing another NBA mock draft. We're doing these about once every 2 weeks, so we're going to get back here. I finally started really diving deep and scouting these players. I've gotten to Rissacher and Alex Sarr so far, and as you can see, my big board has changed up a little bit. But today's video, we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. So if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go ahead and get started here with the Detroit Pistons picking number 1 overall. We didn't simulate the lottery today. We just went for it. And first overall, I've been picking Alex Sarr to the Pistons for quite some time now, but I watched film on him, and, once you get past the highlights, once you actually start watching him, he honestly looks like James Wiseman. And the only thing worse than one James Wiseman on your team is having two James Wisemans on your team for the Detroit Pistons. So we're not going to take Alex Sarr anymore. Yes, he can be very good. He just needs a lot of work. We're taking Zaccharie Rissacher. The Pistons need shooting. They need a big wing that can score. Buddy Boeheim and Azar Thompson. They got Simeon Fontecchio. But right now we're going with Zaccharie Rissacher here to the Pistons, and he's immediately going to be their best wing scorer right off rip, pretty much. Yes, a guy that is still a little bit raw, but at 6'10", he really reminds me of Michael Porter Jr., maybe with a little bit more of a handle, but a great shooter playing off of Cade Cunningham. He's going to really thrive. At number 2, we have the Washington Wizards, and this is a team, they got Richaun Holmes. Honestly, they could go Alex Sarr. I wouldn't hate them going Alex Sarr at all, but I think the pick for them is going to be Cody Williams. I look at the board, and you look at a guy that can really change a franchise around. I think there's 2 players in this draft that can do that. The rest will take a lot of development. And yes, Cody Williams still a pretty raw prospect, but I think you plug him in, and in 2-3 years, he could be a legit superstar for this Washington Wizards team. That's what they need. So Cody Williams going first overall, averaged 12 and 3 last year at Colorado. I think he can be good for them. Now, at 3, we have the Portland Trailblazers on the clock. The team that has plenty of centers already. They already got Jeremy Grant, so they need a wing as well. So this is where I'm going to have Ron Holland go, honestly. The Hornets lose the coin flip, so they no longer get this pick. And Ron Holland, a good slasher, can play defense. He averaged, 18, 19 this year for the G League Ignite. Really good player for them. The shooting obviously is not there. The outside scoring is not there yet, but he's a good slasher, can defend 1 through 4, maybe 5 at 6'7", 6'8". So we'll take Ron Holland to the Portland Trailblazers at 3. Now at 4, we have the Charlotte Hornets, and the Hornets need shooting, scoring. They need a post. I forgot to move Donovan Clingan up on my board. Whoops, he's down here at 39. He really should be probably at around 8, 9, 10. But I'm not going to take Clingan here for us. We have Mark Williams. Really, I think we just need another shooter, another scorer. So it's going to be Connect, Reed Shepard, Jerry McCain, and if the Hornets get Dalton Connect, I will love it. I am probably the biggest Dalton Connect supporter in this draft of anybody on YouTube. I'm probably the biggest supporter of Dalton Connect right now. I think he can go as high as number 4 to the Hornets. I think he can go as high as number 3 to the Blazers. I think he's an instant impact, 12, 13 points a game type of guy. As a rookie that can get up to 15, 16 on extremely elite efficiency. Great score from all 3 levels, can really jump. Defensively, but he's got the build of like a more athletic Luka Doncic when he scores on the offensive side of the ball. So we'll take Dalton Connect here at 4 to the Charlotte Hornets. Averaged 22 and 5 this year at Tennessee. Now, with the 5th overall pick, we have the San Antonio Spurs, and Alex Sarr plus Victor Wembanyama would be insanity. That would break the NBA. You talk about breaking the NBA, Mike Korzemba videos, all the memes. That would actually break the NBA. But right here at 5, we have the Spurs, and they are in dire need of a point guard. They no longer get that Raptors pick in this situation. Now, if that Raptors pick does fall, then they have the ability, you can get a point guard, and then you can still get another wing. Right here, though, I think I'm going to have them go out. I think they got to get Nikola Topic, however you say his name. They could sign a point guard in free agency, but and usually you don't want to pick based off need here, but at 6'7", he definitely has a lot of potential as well, and he's a fantastic passer. I think the overseas duo of Topic and Wembanyama would be electric in San Antonio, so that's why we're going to go Nikola Topic here to the Spurs at 5. At 6, we have the Toronto Raptors, and this is where Alex Sarr will stop falling. He will go off the board at 6 to the Raptors. They have Jakob Poeltl, yes, but they don't really have a power forward. Jonte Porter is gone forever. They got Jalen McDaniels, who unfortunately is not quite as good as his older brother, or younger brother, excuse me. They got a lot of wings. Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett, Grady Dick, Ochai Agbaji. So plenty of wings. They need another post, and they really need a point guard. They have Emmanuel Quickly. They need a backup, so maybe Rob Dillingham will be the pick here. But I like Alex Sarr a lot, going to the Raptors with the 6th overall pick. Like I said, very raw prospect, but if he gets in the hands of the right people, could be deadly. All right, at 7, we have the Memphis Grizzlies, and they either need a Grayson Allen replacement, or not Grayson Allen, sorry, wrong Duke shooter, Luke Kennard replacement, or a Brandon Clark replacement. They need one of the two. One of those two guys is probably going to have to go. They're both making over $12 million a year for the next 2-3 years. I typically would take Dalton Connect here, but my Hornets scooped him up at number 4. Y'all might think I'm crazy for that, but I love the kid. So here, again, I forgot to move him up in my big board, but Donovan Clingan is going to be the pick here. They need another post. Jaren Jackson Jr., I think he's more suited as a 4, so they trade off Steven Adams. They bring in Donovan Clingan, 7'2", great screener, can score around the basket well, and he's a fantastic rim defender, rim protector at 7'2". I think that's without shoes on too. Great wingspan. So Donovan Clingan at 7. They move on from Brandon Clark, and they keep Luke Kennard around. You could do the same exact thing, draft a Reed Shepherd or Jared McCain, and then move on from Kennard and keep Brandon Clark. Either way, but I like Clingan there at 7. At 8, we have the Utah Jazz, and this is a team. They could probably use a franchise point guard. Right now they're rocking Kier Lewis Jr. They got Colin Sexton, Taylor Horton-Tucker, who didn't really play the second half of the season. Jordan Clarkson. Sensabaugh, I think, still has some potential. John Collins, Larry Markkinen, Taylor Hendricks. Hopefully Hendricks gets more PT next year, and then they got Walker Kessler. So I think this pick is going to be a point guard, and the best one on the board, the best scorer on the board left probably, is Rob Dillingham, and having him go at 8, 15 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds last year at Kentucky. Really, really good point guard. And then the Rockets at 9 via Brooklyn. They have a little bit of a luxury here. They bring in Steven Adams, so now this Rockets team looks really good for next year. They have Sengun and Steven Adams. They have Jabari Smith Jr. And Torrey Eason. They have Dylan Brooks and Cam Whitmore or Jayshawn Tate, whoever you want there. They got Amin Thompson and Fred VanVleet at point guard. They got Jalen Green, who looked good at the 2. They need another shooter. I'm going to have him go Jared McCain. I like him slightly better than Reed Shepherd, although Reed Shepherd could probably be a little bit better of a defender. They're kind of the same player, honestly. Both great shooters. Shepherd shot a little better. It was a little better defensively, but I love how Jared McCain plays off 2 feet. I think his game translates a little bit better to the NBA, so I'm going to have him be picked up here by the Houston Rockets. Great rebounder as well. Now at 10, we have the Atlanta Hawks. They really need anything they can get. They might be moving on from DeJounte Murray, but they got Trey, DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, AJ Griffin, Sadiq Bey. I like Kobe Buffkin still. I think they need like a stretch 4 kind of guy. So this is where we'll have Mateus Buzelis go. Again, I know they're not really suited to be taking a project guy here, but the best player available that still fits their roster is probably Buzelis. You could go Reed Shepherd, move DeJounte Murray, and then sign him big. But based off what we're seeing right now, I'm taking Mateus Buzelis because he's got a lot of potential with 6'10", with that frame that he has, and he can shoot the rock a little bit. Now we have the Bulls at 11. Probably time to move on from Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic. That whole trio hasn't worked. They got Kobe White, they got Patrick Williams long term, so they need another piece here, and this is where I'm going to have Reed Shepherd go with the 11th overall pick for the Chicago Bulls. Really good shooter. I think he's the best player left on the board. He can also play a little bit of defense, so therefore we will have him go. Also a pretty good passer to the Bulls there. Now we have the Oklahoma City Thunder on the board, and I think they take the most win now player left, and that is going to be Kevin McCullough. They have that luxury. They have all these first round picks. They're just going to take the best player available. If they get later into a round, they can take a shot on somebody. But I'm taking Kevin McCullough here for the Thunder. Averaged 18, 4, and 6 last year on good efficiency at Kansas, while also being an elite perimeter defender. Brings good length at 6'7", so I'm going to draft him, and I think that will be a nice pick for the Thunder going forward. Now we have the Kings at 13. Ooh, I'm just going to go best player available here, and I think that's going to be Jacoby Walter. Had a really good freshman season, and honestly, getting him at 13 could be a little bit of a steal. I did drop him down in my rankings quite a bit, but I think, he can study under Malik Monk, maybe be the successor to Malik Monk if they decide to move on from him, or you can move him over to maybe the 3, put him at the 1. We'll see what they do with him, or you could even move on from Kevin Huerter, move him. So we'll see what they do, but I think Jacoby Walter's the best player available, and you just find a way to make it work, which is something you have to do a lot in the NBA draft. And then finally, we have the Blazers with the Golden State Warriors first round pick. They're going to go best player available. They're going to get Terrence Shannon Jr., the wing out of Illinois. Probably the most athletic player in this draft. He can score, led one of the NCAA's leading scorers with 23 a game, 4 rebounds, good efficiency, and like I said, runs like a deer, jumps like a kangaroo. We'll take him as the last pick of the lottery. So yeah, there's my updated lottery mock draft. Y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I think these two guys are going to be the guys that have the most star potential, superstar potential in this draft. They say it's a weak draft class. I don't see it. You got 2 really good stars here, and they're shooting instant impact guys all over this draft class. I'm starting to like it a lot more, especially with the rise of Donovan Clingan, the rise of Kevin McCullough, Terrence Shannon, all jumping up draft boards here and can be instant impact guys. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy at any point, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.